Improbable run? Or is this the night the sleeping giant, the Los Angeles Temptation, awaken?
And Los Angeles has to leave it on the field tonight to have any chance of making the playoffs.
A 1st and 10 going down the field and overshooting her
quarterback, Michelle Kenny. She has to protect the football.
And there is Kenny. And finding Sherry Awaga. Trina Nicholson, let's see if we catch it here on the replay. Just to the outside of the screen, has a firm handle of Austin. And the ball sailing through the hands of Kenny. Kenny going to the end zone. And Overston. This is a designed keeper. Michelle Kenny showing some of that quarterback. And Kenny this time releasing in the flat. The one. This is Kenny again keeping it herself. Look at the
percent down. She's starting off hitting players, but what an opening drive for Michelle Kenny and that gun in the league. And tonight she has all 3 of her top receivers back in action.
This time, Stolte lost her starting spot. That's Kendria Robinson in the open field, evading defenders and trying to get the...
It is not working.
That is a 1st and 10 handoff to Rachel Washington.
He has to read the running game and attack the runners, but watch that deep passing game of Austin also.
And look at the cutback ability of Washington. 12-yard line. Winfrey from the shotgun. Has some time in the pocket, complete. Lost by Bourseau. This looks to be set up for Bourseau, a draw play. This Austin defense, a little over a minute remaining here in the 1st quarter. That's a reverse to Bourseau. A high snap and a shank punt. That looked to go. Winfrey under center this time, going back to Washington. The rookie running back at the Los Angeles 12, a toss to Washington. Washington trying to get to the outside.
Washington ball.
A 3rd and 3 handoff. That is Brittany Dowdy trying to use that size. The lead handoff, that's Washington. And I am not sure they'll accredit her for 2 yards on that carry. I'm surprised it wasn't challenged. Back to Washington. And a goal ball at the Los Angeles 4-yard line. A quick screen to Robinson in the flat. And again, that is Megan. Flanked to her right side, but gonna go to the left. And that was deflected off the edge.
It's an easy read for Anderson. Just have to put her hand up and knock it down like she did.
This Austin scheme, very screen. Winfrey rolling right, now trying to throw across her body. Under some duress, into the end zone. Deflected and into
back. On plays like this, usually wide receivers can break open on a scramble. She stays all over Robinson, makes a great play, kicks it up.
Kenny, if they continue this effort, that was a design keeper, Brandy Stolte. 2nd and 11 at about the 1.5-yard line. They're going to go to the F-150 and trying to ball at the 7 or 8-yard line. Kenny with a full backfield, throwing over the middle, and
she'll be doing the kicking.
And here comes another punt. This one shanked again.
They watch the Three Stooges, almost misses it again. And these are soccer players.
With this Austin offense, a 1st and 10 at the 16. They're going to hand it off. That is the brand of not having Ashley Salerno. Another handoff to Brandy Stolte. And look at that front line of Austin. Austin does love those slant patterns. This time they're going to go back to Stolte.
That's right. That's right. Not a dim, baby.
Out. This is Winfrey back to pass over the middle. Not sure. Winfrey under center again, handing it off to Stolte. And Stolte being held to 2
with Brandy Stolte.
A 4th and goal. Winfrey running for her life and not gonna get there.
8 yards, that's unacceptable. The ground game only
3 minutes of football remain. Can Los Angeles hold on to its playoff hopes? Or will Austin's offense will take over first? A 1st and 10 from the 15. Winfrey back to pass, a nice pocket. Going down the field and over back set for Winfrey. From the shotgun, now rolling left. Buying time in the pocket is Winfrey. And throwing across her body. Ball remains at the 15. That is Winfrey faking the reverse to Marshall. And now trying to buy some space, nothing doing. Ball at the Austin 21-yard line. That's Winfrey checking down to McCormick.
Out. Najah Christmas out with the ACL, and Chelsea Hart, the starting cornerbacks out, and they're pitching a shutout. And then you got the F-150 up the middle.
This is Kenny keeping it herself and paying the price.
Year long.
A 3rd and 6, another high snap. And Kenny able to get on.
Call what she's going to do.
They're going to fake the handoff to Johnson, looking down the field. And nearly caught. An empty back set from the shotgun. This is Winfrey looking for a lane for herself. And she'll be limited to 6 yards
in front of a hostile crowd like tonight.
A 2nd and 9 to the end zone. That was intended for
one of the meanest players, but also smartest. I saw her studying her playbook and Miranda rights right before the game.
In this position, they're going to fake the reverse and keep it with Winfrey. The large frame quarterback yard line. Winfrey back to pass, buying time, throwing across her body. That looks like Los Angeles jumped. This could be a free play. That's complete. Leilani.
And you take 5 yards to bring back to the 5?
A 3rd and goal handoff, and they're going to make them pay for that decision. This will be the final play, a 4th and goal. Winfrey. And she was. Michelle Kenny again not able to handle the snap. And that is Naz Johnson trying to get it out of the end zone. Again, an empty back set. It looked like a receiver may have jumped. They're going to go over the middle, wide open. Austin finally getting on the board here. They'll attempt a 1-point conversion. Winfrey going to keep it herself and walk.
Actually 9. That cost a touchdown too. 9 points for Austin because of the bad snap.
Heck, let's put the JFK assassination on Cigar Managa. We're on fire up here in the booth. Looking over the middle, that's deflected. The Dowdy sister not trusting Cigar Managa. Moves under center, now back. Throwing over the middle. Look at the closing speed.
The ball in the air, cuts all the way across the field under the receiver. Should have picked the ball off, but still a great play. Watch this block by Naz Johnson. Cut block.
Michelle Kenny right down the seam and almost in stride to Ninishka Claude. Going back on the shoulders of Tashay Winfrey.
This is what we expected in the first half. You got a slinger back there, a gunslinger who throws balls like that, almost another touch.
Remaining here in the 4th quarter. This is a design keeper by Winfrey. Moved up to about the 17-yard line. Looking down the field again, this time intended for Bill.
Winfrey, we need to see.
4th and 8, and here comes that Los Angeles crowd. Looking down the seam. Granston was looking back at the ball. I think that's a good no call.
Are you wearing stripes under that suit?
1st and 10 handoff. Naz Johnson trying to find a lane. Adjustment by offensive coordinator Rory Derry. But an ugly looking exchange between her and Bourseau. Clearly trying to run out the clock here. A 3rd and 11 handoff. That's Delaney Hall getting the edge. Back to Kenny, and she's just going to burl her way down the field. Kenny needed to get to about the 7-yard line. The thing is, she landed on a pile.
The officials think.
This will be an end-around reverse to Leilani Lopez, who gets lit out. But as you said, 2 minutes is a long time in the LFL. This is Winfrey back to pass. A lot of time in the pocket. Connected. Set up a 1st and 10 just like that on the LA side. Again, completing. This a 1st and goal. Winfrey back to pass, has a receiver. Michelle
Marshall doing it again at the end of the game, coming up with a clutch touchdown reception.
Empty back set from the shotgun. That's Lopez. A little end-around reverse. This is Alexis Dimio. Dimio looking down the field. And overshooting Katrina. You've got 2 receivers flanked to the right side of Kenny. They're going to go to the left and connect. 12 seconds and more than likely the final play of the game. This is Kenny back to pass. Not finding a receiver and taking off with it. Quarterback, you could see here at the top of your screen, that is Katrina Nicholson wide open.
Was throwing it up.
The third string quarterback, and Sagar Managa really the downfall.